The Fall Classic gets underway tonight. Astros and Braves in game number one. We'll share our fantasy picks. Saints and Seahawks wrap up week 7 of the National Football League, and COVID-19 strikes an all-pro receiver. We'll have all those stories and much more. Hey, everybody, and welcome to our Superdraft Pro special Daily Picks show. My name is Jim Ginocchio, former sportscaster with Turner Broadcasting and NBC in Atlanta. Joining me in Los Angeles, Hollywood producer and one of the leading fantasy sports experts for the last 20 years, Ross the Boss. Hey, Ross.
Hey, everybody. I'm Ross the Boss, and I want to talk Superdraft Pro with you, Cowboy Kevin Weldon.
Yeah, and there's our special guest.
We also have a special guest. He's from Calgary, Canada, Alberta, Canada, actually. And he's here with us today to talk sports, to talk about Superdraft Pro. Kevin, welcome to the show.
Man, I'm happy to be here. Ross the Boss and Jim Ginocchio. It's a spectacular day here in Airdrie, Alberta. I apologize, but I'm outdoors today. I hope the sound is coming in okay with you guys.
No, and it looks really nice out too, so that's a good thing. Well, before we jump into our fantasy picks for Game 1 of the World Series, guys, some quick hits like last night. Saints beat the Seahawks on Monday Night Football to wrap up Week 7 of the National Football League. Seattle is now, guys, 0-3 at home for the first time since 1992 and 5 games back of the division-leading Arizona Cardinals. Guys, Pete Carroll has his hands full, especially not knowing when Russell Wilson's coming back. Kevin, your thoughts on that, and then we'll go to Ross.
You know, I watched that game last night, and I was a little bit heavy on the kickers. Something told me that it might be a kickers game. I was really surprised at the score, but I wasn't surprised at the outcome. Yeah, man, Pete Carroll, the Seahawks, man, they're in the world of hurt, and I mean that literally and figuratively.
Yeah, absolutely. Ross.
I actually did pretty well last night. I won some prizes last night on the game. It was a snooze fest. I've almost fell asleep a couple times on the couch. That was a boring game and a sloppy game. And you know what? You're 100% right. I said on the show yesterday, I took kickers. I took Metcalf as my champion, which I was excited about. And you know what? It was a snooze fest. And hopefully this game Thursday, which I'm really excited about because you got the undefeated Arizona Cardinals against the Green Bay Packers. That's going to be the game to watch.
That is going to be the game to watch. And we're also going to find out next Sunday how good the New Orleans Saints really are, because Jameis Winston goes back to Tampa, or back home to play against his old team, Tampa, against the guy who took his old job, Tom Brady. What are your thoughts about that, Ross?
Well, the Saints are a 3-point underdog. Tom Brady is MVP of the league right now. I mean, as much as you guys don't want to admit it, a 44-year-old guy is going to be the MVP of NFL football, which is unbelievable. I mean, he's having a career year. I mean, he threw 2 picks the first game against Kevin's Cowboys. We know that. Then he threw 1 pick, which wasn't his fault. He has 3 interceptions the whole year. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And you know what? I can't bet against Brady. You can't bet against Brady.
No.
And I just keep riding him on fantasy, riding him on a Super Draft Pro. Just keep riding the guy.
Yeah, absolutely. He's definitely the way to go. Kevin, real quick on Brady.
Well, I mean, there's no doubt you can't bet against Tom Brady. I mean, even when the Cowboys played the Buccaneers, I picked him as my one person from Tampa. The guy is just incredible. I mean, he is absolutely incredible. Love Tom Brady. I used to not feel this way about him, but you can't deny the guy's got it going on, man. So I don't know why it's just 3 points. I think the Buccaneers are going to win by way more than 3.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Other NFL note, guys, a really tough story in Green Bay. Devontae Adams has positive for COVID-19. So 3 days before the big game between the Packers and the Cardinals, this is announced. So, guys, next man up in Green Bay, is it Lazard? Is it Cobb? Is it Valdez-Scantling? Is it Tanyan? I mean, Ross, who's it going to be?
I say Lazard, but you know what? I'm curious to see what the multiplier is going to be on Thursday and some of these receivers, because that's when Ross the Boss comes in, makes it a champion. And, you know, I'll end winning this thing. We'll see what happens.
You know, Kev, I was watching ESPN last night, and they were saying about Rodgers and the Packers. Even when Adams is out, there really isn't that much of a miss in regards to their play. Your thoughts?
Well, when you've got somebody like Aaron Rodgers at quarterback with what he's done, you can't bet against that guy either. You know, it just seems like he always finds a way to win. I'm really excited about this game going up against the undefeated Cardinals. I think Tanyan That's going to be my sleeper guy right there. I kind of got my sights set on him. Anxious to see what that multiplier might be, but he is definitely going to be one of the guys I have in my lineup.
Yeah, Ross and I did a show last night on the waiver wire, and I said Tanyan too. I think he's going to have a great game. I think he's popping up at the right time, and I think he's going to be Rodgers' favorite target. All right, guys, hours away from Game 1 of the World Series. You know, I love this time of the year when the World Series starts because all the stories come out of the woodwork. I mean, Dusty Baker came in as a rookie in 1968. His team that he got drafted by, the Atlanta Braves. I mean, so what do you know about that? And now here he is at 72 years old, and he's taking on the Braves in the World Series. I mean, and then you got, I'll tell you one more story. Brian Snicker, the manager of the Atlanta Braves, his son is the hitting coach for the Houston Astros. So there's another story, and the stories are just going to keep coming out and coming out. And tonight, Charlie Morton versus Framber Valdez. Guys, this is going to be an incredible game. I mean, I'm looking forward to this. And before we make our picks, Kevin, I know you have a special offer for all the fans that are watching.
Well, you know what? I absolutely love the World Series. I grew up playing baseball. I wanted to play professional baseball when I was a kid. I played in college. I hurt my arm. I got into country music. The rest is history. But I still love the game of baseball. I'm excited because when I was 7 years old, we used to go to the Astrodome and watch your Houston Astros, at least that's what they used to say, watch those games in the Astrodome. I'm so excited. For years we stunk. We finally got good. Then the cheating scandal. But, guys, this team this year, man, what an absolute incredible lineup they have. You know, the pitching has been really good. Morton played for Houston when they won the series. He's dominant. Framber Valdez, where in the world did this guy come from? Those guys could put up some numbers tonight. Something's telling me that the pitchers are going to be the name of the game tonight. Even with those powerhouse lineups that the Braves and the Astros have, I'm going to be leaning a little bit on the pitchers tonight. Maybe I'm wrong, but I've got both pitchers in my lineup for the championship spot. Don't know yet, but here's what we would love to do. If you guys want to come and play with us, Jim Ginocchio, Ross the Boss, myself, Kevin Weldon, we are going to pay your basic subscription for Superdraft to come and play with us. But it can't be for everybody. The first 5 people that will reach out to Ross the Boss or Jim Ginocchio through this show, we're going to cover your basic cost so you can play the World Series games with us. And if you beat us, we may even have something special for you. But we are going to cover that $19.95 basic subscription for the first 5 people that contact us, and we're going to get that information up for you right now.
Yeah, Ross the Boss, what's that information where everybody can join us?
If you want to be a winner and join our army, this is the simple email you do. It's easy. It's called the Hub, THEHUB, at MFSN.TV. It's that easy. So
and there it is on the bottom of your screen. So
.TV. That's all you got to do.
Listen, guys,
you email us.
I'm telling you, you are going to want to get in on this offer. We're going to pay that $19.95. We're going to. Guys, you got to get in with us. You can come experience the future of daily fantasy sports with us. We are the official fantasy partner with Caesars, by the way. But we have a lot of fun here. And if you get in this game tonight and you actually come in first place, I'm not even going to tell you what else we're going to give you, but I promise you it's going to be worth it. So get your emails in.
I mean, do you see that house behind you? That house could be yours if you win tonight.
Wait, if you'll call now, we'll also throw in.
But in all seriousness, this is an unbelievable offer. We're giving you away 20. There's no financial responsibility you have. We're paying everything. Right. So what I'm saying is you come play with us. You'll play at least 60 games in a month, at least 60. That's minimal. And you do win. I won prizes last night, and I'm an idiot. So there you go. I suggest you take this offer quickly. Go now.
For Ross, when he said he's an idiot, I second that.
Yeah. All right, let's talk picks. Now that we've got everybody interested in joining and we're taking care of their fee, Ross, let's talk about some picks for tonight.
So do you guys know what the Houston Astros record at home during the playoffs is?
No,
take a guess.
What is it?
4-1.
It's 4-1.
4-1
Wait,
at home.
The postseason.
They're 4-1 at home.
Wait,
Kevin Weldon.
This year?
No, 2 years.
Yeah,
this year. No, 20 years ago when you were watching them in the Astrodome with Nolan Ryan and Jeff Bagwell. Yes, this year.
The Nationals, and then the Nationals come to Houston and put the hurt on us. So I just want to clarify.
It was this year. So,
this
and
year.
the record at home during the regular season was like 20 games over 500. So
Yeah.
they're at home. This team loves to play in that Minute Maid Park. I mean, with the center field like uphill, and it's unbelievable. But I mean, so I'm taking as my champion Valdez. I'm getting 1.95 because of the multipliers 0.50. I'm boosting it up. His last start, he looked like Cy Young. I mean, he gave up 0. He was unbelievable. He pitched 6 innings. He looked like Kevin Walden back in the old days. It was unbelievable.
Yeah. And
So
to mow down the Red Sox, that was incredible.
I decided I'm going to go heavy on Houston. I think it's going to be a lopsided. You got to take a stand. You just can't say, oh, it's going to be a pitcher still. Who's getting the hits? So yeah. I'm going to go heavy Houston. Kyle Tucker, Kevin's been yelling and saying this guy's name for weeks. And they finally put the multiplier a little lower, Kevin, because of you. It's 1.55 now. I think it's still kind of high. I still love the kid. He hits home runs. He's unbelievable. Charlie Morton, his arm's tired. He's an old man. His curveball is not.
Oh man, you're hurting me now. You're hurting me now.
I'm just telling you, he's tired. He got beaten up last time he started. So I feel that Morton is going to get out of there by the 4th inning.
Georgian.
Kevin, well,
he's a native Georgian. He's going to win.
I don't care what he is. Jose Altuve, I'm taking him 1.6. I do want to take a Brave, Eddie Rosario. He's been on fire. Oh my God.
Yes.
Brave. 1.7 multiplier. That's very high. I suggest you take Eddie. He's been great. Stealing bases, hitting home runs. I mean, he's been like the man.
He has.
And the last guy I like is Alex Bregman. His multiplier is 1.5. I feel that's kind of a gift too. Other guys I'll throw in the bag. I'll put Charlie Morton in because Kevin says he feels it might be a pitcher stool. I'll take Morton. Freddie Freeman. I love his story. I love his family. He's a great guy. He's a winner. 1.6.
What in the world? I haven't even heard you say Yordan Alvarez yet. What is going on, Mr.
I threw him out. I just multiplier is
1.4.
But you could take Alvarez. I know you can't take everybody, Kevin Walden. And the last guy I like, his multiplier is 1.9 is Adam Duvall. He led the National League in RBIs this year. I mean, and his multiplier is almost 2. Oh my. But like you said, Alvarez was on the bubble for me. You have to throw people out, and he's one of the guys.
Well, I'll tell you a couple of things, guys. First of all, the Braves outfield that started the regular season doesn't even exist. In fact, the outfield that was at the All-Star break doesn't exist. Right now, you got 4 players in there that are just ripping the cover off the ball. You got Duvall, you got Peterson, you got Rosario, and you got Soler. I mean, these guys are ripping the cover off the ball. I mean, Duvall in 63 games has 16 home runs. Jock Peterson, 10 home runs in 73. Rosario on fire, 9 in the last 41. And Soler, 14 in the last 58. These guys are, and you don't know who's going to be the big hitter the next night. It's incredible. And sometimes it happens all together. So I understand you got to pick one side. You got to stick to it. But boy, I tell you what, I can't ignore these 4 Braves at the same time.
Listen, it's a hard decision. I feel the Astros will win game 1. Game 2, we'll talk about the Braves. Don't worry.
Kev, what about you? Where you at, buddy? Since you're the Astros fan.
Well, listen, I'm an Astros fan, but I'm also a baseball fan, and I appreciate talent. There's a lot of talent on both sides of both sides of the rubber, if you want to call it that way. There's talent on both ball clubs. Literally, guys, anything could happen. It is the World Series. You never know who's going to step up. They're the usual suspects, but you just never know who's going to step up. I do think Altuve is going to have a big game tonight. He's absolutely going to be in my lineup. The guy's just he's 5.5 on a good day. But look at the power. Look at the eye-hand coordination, the bat speed. This guy is unbelievable. And at home, I think those Crawford boxes are going to get beat up tonight.
All right. Now we hear it all. All right. Don't forget, guys, if you want to be a part of the contest with us, we pay for you to do that so you can be a part of this World Series tonight. It's the hub at mfsn.tv. So make sure that you guys hit us right away. The first 5, you guys are in, and you'll get to join us on the app. Hey, for Kevin Blake Weldon in Calgary, Alberta, and Russ the Boss in Los Angeles, California, I'm Jim Ginocchio. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day, and let's go watch that World Series tonight.
Go Astros!